Hey, I'm Dusti Martin with the Martin Group at Platinum Living Realty, dropping in to give you your monthly market update for the city of Scottsdale. It is February 16th, 2024. Buckle up, let's go. All right, our active listings in the city of Scottsdale are up 10.1%. This is something that I tell you every year is coming on January 1st, that everybody's going to list their house, and that's what happened. So our active listings actually went up year over year, 10.1% over this time last year, but our sold listings also went up 8.8% over this time last year. So we had more homes listed, but also more homes sold. Our median price per square foot is up a lot, 8.1% over this time last year. That is double what normal appreciation should be. Is it like the crazy 20, 30, 40% appreciation we were seeing for a couple of years? No, but 8% is quite a bit. It's actually up 8.1% this time compared to this time last year, and we're currently sitting at $403.10 as a median price per square foot in the city of Scottsdale. Our month supply is also up, but only a little bit, 1.2%. That's not really a whole lot. Last year we were at 4.73 months of supply. This year we're at 4.78. I think part of that is because interest rates came down a little bit from where it was last year. And I really think that people are getting used to the new normal, and they're starting to realize that those unicorn low interest rates of 3 and 4% were what I was telling you all that they would be, and that was a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I think reality is starting to sink back in with a lot more people, and interest rates aren't 8%. So I think with that said, people are starting to realize that, you know, maybe this isn't so bad. It also has come down a little bit from where it was at its peak during this little correction that we had. And I think people are like, you know what, it might only get this good. I can finally afford to sell at this price and with this interest rate going into something else. Our median days on market, though, is down, which means we're selling more homes. There's more homes to sell. They're selling for more money, and they are selling faster despite having a little bit more inventory. Our median days on market is down 14.9, almost 15% over this time last year. Our median days on market is sitting right at 60 days. Last year we were at 7 days, so we shaved almost 2 weeks off of our median days on market. And even though our months of supply kind of half ticked up a little bit by 1%, our homes, when they are priced appropriately and marketed appropriately, are selling much faster. So I think that should speak volumes to somebody who's maybe listing a home in Scottsdale right now, and if it's not going anywhere, if it's not sitting, then we know something is going wrong. That should speak volumes, because we know that homes are selling faster, more homes are selling, and they're selling for more money. So if we have about the same or even maybe a little bit more months of supply and your home's still sitting there, that's probably a good sign that you are overpriced and or undermarketed, or both. All right, so this part of the conversation, this is where we usually in our videos switch to our supply and demand by price point. This is super important if you're new here, because not all price points are created equal. What that means is sometimes in a certain price point in a certain area, you will have a buyer's market, and other times you will have a even stable market, and other times you're going to have a seller's market. And it really just depends where we're at. So like I said, going into the overall category, we're at 4.78 months of supply. That's not quite a seller's market, but it's also not a buyer's market. It's kind of almost an even or stable market, but maybe slightly favoring sellers, but not by too much, not by like crazy leaps and bounds. But when we look at the $0 to $100,000 price range, I was just happy to see inventory pop up in that price range anymore. We're at a true even 0 months of supply in that price range, meaning if you have a home in that price range and you try to sell it like it's condo or co-op, something like that, that's going to sell very, very quickly in that price range. You cannot get any hotter than a 0 months of supply, meaning one listed, one sold, nothing new came on the market, which means we likely still have buyers wanting in that price point. Then we look at the $100,000 to $200,000 price point, and I've been watching this a little bit, and for me, I think it's giving slightly investor offloading vibes. There are 23 homes in the market. One of them sold. That left us with a 23 months of supply, or almost 2 years worth of inventory in that price range. But when you think about it, like, it shouldn't take 2 years to sell a $100,000 to $200,000 home in Scottsdale, as desirable as Scottsdale's locale is. So when you look at that, chances are there's a good chance that these homes are the type of home that can't be easily financed, or there are other types of homes that require a cash buyer, and maybe even a specific type of buyer who maybe wants to own a rental or something along those lines. So my guess is, having seen these not be gobbled up really quickly from the general public, that's telling me there's probably something about them preventing them from being a home that somebody can finance and being a home that the traditional investor would even want. Then we look at the $200,000 to $300,000 price range, and we're at a 3.85 months of supply. So just under 4 months. That is technically a seller's market. You're going to see gentle upward pressure on home values, and you're going to see contracts slightly favoring the sellers and their conditions. Now, when we look at the $300,000 to $500,000 price range, we're even a little better off at 3.45 months of supply. So we're still creeping down below that 4-month mark, and we're still seeing a very healthy and rational, what I would call, seller's market. Then we look at the $500,000 to $700,000 price range, and we're at a 2.78 months of supply. That's pretty strong seller's market. I would not be surprised at multiple offers in this price point. It's kind of like entry level in Scottsdale these days, but if you're on a lower budget and you want to be in Scottsdale, it's going to be very competitive for you. On the other hand, maybe just be glad that price point still exists in the city of Scottsdale. Our $700,000 to $1 million price range is sitting at 3.55 months of supply. It is a seller's market, but not a crazy one, and you are going to be, kind of trending that direction. But it's not crazy. You're not going to be giving up a whole lot, and I wouldn't expect multiple offers, but I would expect one solid offer out of every 10 showings inside 30 days. That's where I think things would be. And then we look at the $1 to $3 million price point, and we are almost at an even Steven straight up 6 months of inventories. We're sitting at 6.11 months of supply. If you're new here, let me just say that 6 months of inventory is like even. 4 months or less is considered a seller's market. 8 months or more is considered a buyer's market. So then let us talk about buyer's markets, and let's look at price ranges over $3 million in the city of Scottsdale. We are sitting at a 14.5, almost a 14.6 months of supply over $3 million in the city of Scottsdale. Now, as awful as that sounds, yes, that's a big buyer's market. And with that said, being in that buyer's market, it should not take you over a year to sell your home, but it definitely could be. And you will see a little bit of compression on sales prices there. But when you compare it to this time last year, over $3 million in Scottsdale was over 20 months of supply. So we've shaved off a good 6 months of supply from the $3 million mark and over. And so with that said, I want to make very clear that this is a good gain, and this is also a price range that is very volatile and very seasonal. So when you come in to January and into February, where we are now, you see a lot of homes get listed because everybody's in town and then everybody's out shopping. So we won't see the fruits of the busyness in the market for another 30 to 60 days. And when that happens, you'll probably see a very wide swing from this extreme buyer's market clear into either an even stable market or maybe even closer to a seller's market, simply based on the seasonality. It's a very volatile price range, but that'll probably also cool down and we'll be back to kind of crickets in the summer. If you're wondering what your home would sell for in today's market, or if you're looking to buy a home in Scottsdale and you want to know what you're up against, go ahead and give me a call, 480-717-9405, or visit my website at dustimartinrealtor.com.